Hey Frugivore, welcome back to the channel. So today we have a new mic, hands-free. I'm finally hands-free. I can hold up these awesome books and show you without having one hand on the microphone. And this microphone has been coming for months, waiting for months from Denmark. It was $1,400. Just so much money for a microphone, but it's like a professional one, and I want you to get the message very clearly, and hopefully this is doing that. If it's not, we're going to refine the sound even more. But yeah, it's awesome, and I'm so glad it finally came, right? It's casting a bit of a shadow. Like we're playing with it at the moment. So, but anyway, it's good. I can actually, you know, just not have to hold anything. It's really, really liberating. So anyway, today's video is going to be a reaction to Unnatural Vegan, What I Eat in a Day on a Vegan Diet, Easy and High in Protein. She just put it up. It's a shorts, which is awesome because I can just quickly respond to it. So let's get into it. And if you want to see more of these videos, definitely vote on the video, whether it's an up or a down. You can do either one. Just do something if you want to see more of these videos.
Vegan for 12 years, mom of 2 young kids.
Okay.
Here's a typical day of eating for me. Coffee with unsweetened soy milk and Splenda.
Okay, we knew this, right? We knew she was going to start the day with caffeine, right? Because her diet is deficient, namely in sweet fruit. So, okay, straight up, we see the drugs. She's starting her day with drugs. Not only drugs from caffeine, but she's also having this synthetic fake sugar Splenda that's designed in a lab by humans. So she trusts something that is designed in a lab, this chemical, as opposed to monosaccharides designed by nature, the real sugar. She trusts the lab synthetic crap. I just can't believe it. She just seems to know so little after so long of supposedly, researching nutrition, optimal human nutrition. It's really shocking for me. And we know that she has iron issues, all right, because on her standard vegan diet she'd had previous to when she went raw vegan, she was anemic. Okay, she overcame her anemia on raw vegan, but now she's back on this standard vegan diet, right? And now she's having this iron inhibitor, which is caffeine. And it just seems really crazy to me that she's having something that is going to inhibit her iron absorption after she's been anemic in the past. So obviously, look, her diet is deficient, so she's starting with drugs. And she had unsweetened soy milk because she has this irrational fear of the monosaccharides, of the glucose and fructose, the sucrose. The sucrose is a disaccharide, but it breaks down into glucose and fructose. But she has this irrational fear of sugar. So she'd rather, trust the synthetic stuff. Crazy.
My absolute favorite protein bar.
What? Is this what she's going to have, like, basically for breakfast to break the fast? Well, she's having the caffeine, she's having the drugs, but then she's just going to this high protein, highly processed, again, designed in a lab chemical walking experiment. You know what I'm saying? Like chocolate pretzel, real dark chocolate, 12 grams of protein. So it's got chocolate, it's caffeine, it's another iron inhibitor. Swayze, what are you doing? This is just unhealthy. Like you're destroying your health eating this way. Yes, even plant-based, you can eat badly, and Swayze shows you how. Obviously, this constipation bar is not what you should be having first thing in the morning. Where's the sweet and juicy?
Smoothie of banana, frozen strawberries, calcium fortified soy milk.
Calcium fortified soy milk. So she's obviously concerned about calcium. That's why she got the calcium fortified one. So she would rather have this food product that is fortified, that has calcium added to it, than actual fruits and vegetables where you get sufficient calcium. And it's about retaining the calcium more than ingesting the calcium, and not having things that inhibit your calcium absorption, like caffeine and a high protein diet. Like she is having, you saw she's even starting a day with a protein bar that can also inhibit calcium absorption. I don't know how much. This is very small, right? This is very small. Good to hear that there's some fruit, but like seriously, this is tiny, tiny serve. There's a lot to say on the calcium subject, but I have done a video already where I've pointed out basically Swayze's calcium peeing diet. So go and check that out. We can talk more about it, about the high protein issues, about even taking calcium supplements. Like, so supplementing like she is here with calcium can actually inhibit iron absorption. So I don't know, she seems to be shooting herself in the foot right now. And also a high sodium diet, a diet that is high in phosphorus, which contains like nut butters, for instance, can also affect your ability to uptake iron and calcium. So
Hemp seeds, protein powder, and peanut powder. More coffee.
so more coffee. Okay, so she's really packing the coffee in here, and it's like she is just not with us anymore, right? I don't know what's going on where she can't identify the fact that she's having drugs because she's not getting enough actual food, actual real whole food. She's just having a lot of processed stuff, and sure, she has this tiny smoothie, but it's not enough. And she's having like some nut butters or like powder, which we know, she's into the higher fat, she's into the higher protein, she's adding protein powder to that smoothie, she said. Um, yeah, so when you have too much phosphorus in your diet, which you can get from having nut butters, for instance, then that also affects your ability to uptake the iron and the calcium from your diet. So, okay,
More coffee. This
more coffee. Like, what is she doing? Like, what is this?
awesome wrap with hummus, cucumber, bell pepper, a little Italian dressing.
Okay, so it looks very dry, very wartime like, the wrap especially, and it looks like some fake chicken thing. Good, she's got some fresh on there, some cucumber, some bell peppers, but
And some plant-based chicken.
okay, you know how I feel about these Tofurky products and stuff like that. For her being, 12 years down the path, you shouldn't be eating this, especially as often as she does. I've seen her eat this plenty of times. I've seen her freezer and her fridge is just full of these fake chickens. This is privilege food right here when it comes to, the amount of energy and resources that go into making this plant-based meat. Okay, because when you go beyond the whole food and you start processing things a lot, it requires a lot of resources, a lot of mechanisms, machinery, and humans working. So this is definitely privileged food when it comes to that, but health wise, just more protein, right? It's very highly processed, hard for your body to break down. Just have some potatoes, Swayze. Have some sweet fruit. It's crazy.
With that, some strawberry.
I mean, like, check out your book. Check out your raw food book, The Science of Eating Raw. I really do recommend this. And I really do recommend my books, of course. Okay, if you want to actually feel your best, look your best, eat as much as you care for, not restrict yourself like Swayze is doing. It's a very restrictive diet, this high protein diet. She's having hardly any fruit. She's scared of the sugar. She's having synthetic fake sugar instead of actual real monosaccharides. You don't have to. Get on a fruit-based lifestyle. I lost 40 pounds on the frugivore diet, essentially. Go Fruit Yourself book. It's all explained in this book. And the Raw till 4 diet, which a lot of you have jumped on and you're loving it. Let me know in the comments below what day you're on and how you feel. But if you want to check out these books, I highly recommend them. And also my Naked Lunchbox, which has rave reviews. All my life's work. Look at that. There's a lot there. You can get the ebooks in a bundle down below in the description or the physical books on Amazon. Check them out. But look, she's just having like hardly any fruit here.
Berries and a really sad mealy peach. It happens.
That is a small serve of like the wrap thing now looks really incredibly small. I thought it was bigger than that, but just there's only a few strawberries there. Look, smoothie, whole fruit, like the whole plate with fruit on it is going to be so much healthier, so much more satisfying.
It was 110 degrees today, so no way was I going to cook.
More
So
bread.
it's a peanut butter sandwich with broccoli and carrots.
So it was really hot, so there's no way she was going to cook. Then eat raw food, right? It's a sign. Eat it raw, eat it living. Okay, so you can feel alive and not be dependent on drugs. So instead, she makes something completely cooked. She said it's hot, but she ends up cooking anyway. But then she has this bread, obviously that was cold, but look, sure, broccoli, okay, that's great, but there's not a lot of sweetness here. It's essential for the human frugivore to get that sweetness in so we feel satisfied, so we have the energy and we stay away from the drugs and the caffeine and calcium inhibitors, right?
That I cooked in the microwave and then mixed with a little vegan butter, salt, and pepper.
We know she has a high sodium diet. She eats a lot of salt. She's always talking about salting things, and that can also interfere with your calcium uptake because it's another mineral. So sodium is a mineral, calcium's a mineral, iron's a mineral, right? So
Snack while
popcorn.
watching TV with my partner, a giant bowl of air popped popcorn with a little canola oil, salt, and nutritional yeast.
See, nutritional yeast, I'm just not about that. I'm not about that at all. I find it very bloating. I find it very unnecessary. She's trying to make it cheesy. It's almost like she misses eating animals, the way she eats sometimes, because she has so much of this plant-based fake meats, even after a decade of being vegan. I don't know, like this is obviously not what her frugivore body wants. It's dry, salted popcorn with this like fake cheese taste to it. And she also, what else did she say? I don't know. It's just salty and it's very dry wartime.
Finally, a Trader Joe's bonbon. The taste is good.
Trader Joe's bonbon. Damn, girl, what can you fit any more processed food in your day? I don't think you can. Vegan cookies and cream, vanilla bean, bonbon. I'm sure it's yummy and stuff, but like you can see she's going for the fake fruit here. Swayze, don't you think it's better to have whole, fresh fruit, sweet fruit, instead of this processed, what is it, bonbon? It's a big old mistake. She's having this like calcium ping, iron ping, like just a really deficient, fruit deficient diet, constipating, highly processed, lots of fake sugar. This is a bad diet.
Good, but the coconut ice cream is pretty icy, just not great texture.
Why do you think she wants to eat this, right? Why do you think she wants to eat sweet at the end of the day? Because she didn't get enough sweet fruit. There's hardly anything in her diet. And now she's having every vegan needs to take B12. Yes, I recommend B12 supplementation at this point. I may change my mind in future if more research comes up, if I determine it can be created successfully in the gut in, modern humans. We will see about that. But at this point, yes, please take your B12, but vegan prenatal 1 daily. It's a multivitamin and mineral. And I notice here in the comments, she says, the prenatal, I'm not pregnant, I take it for extra iron. And I find this very telling. We know she has an iron issue from previously. She was anemic on her standard vegan diet, like she follows now. Okay, but she healed it on Raw Vegan. She speaks about it in the book. She gives her numbers, her blood test results. But then she says in other videos, recently my iron is fine. I don't need to take a blood test. I know it's fine. But you can't just know it's fine. Only a blood test will actually tell you that. And she actually recommends blood tests in this book. So it's obvious that she's concerned about iron. And if you're sufficient in iron, like she says in recent videos, I got no iron problem, then why are you taking iron supplements if your iron is fine? It's not adding up to me, and I'd love to see her blood tests. So it doesn't really make sense to be taking iron supplements, right, when you're having iron inhibitors like caffeine, when your diet is basically one big iron inhibitor, okay? Too much protein. She has this high protein diet. And look, it's pretty obvious that she's not getting enough sunshine, okay? She's not getting enough vitamin D, and that is crucial when it comes to calcium absorption, having enough vitamin D, having the sunshine vitamin from the sun, right? So yeah, it's like this is a big old mess. Too much phosphorus in her diet, high levels of sodium, calcium supplements that can inhibit iron uptake, doesn't get enough sun or vitamin D from the sunshine. It's a sunshine vitamin, not from pills. Caffeine interferes with calcium absorption, high protein diet.
Easy, healthy, and at 100 grams of protein, very satisfying.
So she's on this diet that is really negatively affecting her uptake of minerals, but she's taking supplements. So it's just like banging your head against the wall and expecting not to get a headache. You know what I mean? Just constantly banging your head against the wall and doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting to get a different result. She already tried it before. She was anemic. She already tried this diet before. She was anemic. It's sad. Anyway, that's my video for today. Don't forget to go fruit yourself. Let us know down below what you think, and hopefully we can help Swayze get healthy again and get on a healthy, high fruit-based diet, because it worked for her before. She speaks all about it in this book. All the evidence is in here, and she can never take that away, not with anything she says. Check it out, The Science of Eating Raw. All right, don't forget to go fruit yourself.